here at School of Business and Management, RMIT University Vietnam.
We base our learning and teaching on international best practice and innovative approaches.
We have established a world-class reputation for excellence in business and management education.
We develop our students to be ready to solve real-life business problems.
The School of Business and Management offers Australian and Vietnamese approved degrees with many professional accreditations. We have a full spectrum of business programs from bachelor's to master's to PhD that are relevant to business and industry needs. In the classroom, we focus on authentic assessments relevant to working practices instead of just book learning. As a result, our students have opportunities to study overseas at more than 200 partner institutions, and our alumni hold important executive positions in Vietnam and around the world. Our degrees place students in a prime position to pursue careers in local and global companies that drive change for Vietnam's dynamic and growing economy. Our undergraduate programs are designed to prepare students to work in and manage organizations in the real world. They are ready for work and life the day they graduate. With 8 bachelor's programs across 3 departments, we serve the needs of Vietnamese and global businesses in areas of management, logistics, and digital technologies. Our master's programs have international recognition and status, supported by prestigious visiting professors and international foundations. Our PhD programs extend the international research agenda of the College of Business at RMIT. Our students have opportunities to participate in a wide range of social, civic, sporting, and leisure activities. We have had some real stars here.
Here at RMIT Vietnam, School of Business and Management,
We are committed to prepare students to be ready for life work.
Okay, so now we would like to introduce you to Professor Matthews Nicoma, the Dean of the School of Business and Management, who will be introducing you to the school's key staff and facility. Welcome, Professor. This virtual stage is yours.
Thank you very much, Chan, for the introduction and the warm welcome. Thank you very much to all our students. I welcome you to RMIT, but also the School of Business and Management. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to meeting with you. And once the campus is open, I can't wait to physically meet you face to face and officially welcome you to RMIT. But I know you're already studying online, so please continue doing so. And also please take care of yourself. And if there is anything else we can do to help or support you, please let us know. My job today or this morning is simple and straightforward, because I will be introducing our leadership team, the people that you will be meeting, but also the people who will be supporting you during your studies. A little bit about the School of Business and Management, and also after that, I will hand you over to my colleagues who will continue the discussion. So in the School of Business and Management, we have more than 5,000 students, and you are one of them. But please don't feel like you are just a number. We wanted to offer you a customized student experience. It's 5,000 is a big number. It might be overwhelming, but we wanted to offer you a service that is only dedicated to you. In terms of the staff, we have more than 120 staff. And on this staff, we have more than 30 nationalities. So this is truly an international university, because you can even see myself, I'm not from Vietnam. And when we are in a big theater, I always tease the students to ask them a question, where do you think I'm from? So I think when I meet you face to face, I can pick up that joke with you. Currently, the School of Business and Management offers 8 bachelor degrees program, 3 postgraduate programs, and 2 PhD programs. All these programs are offered as part of the portfolio for the School of Business and Management. Next slide, please. Okay, so let me introduce you to the people that are part of my executive team. So first of all, I'd like to introduce you to Professor Robert McClelland. Robert is the Deputy Dean of the School of Business and Management, but also he's the higher degree research coordinator. He's well experienced, and I'm glad and proud that he is part of my executive team. Next slide, please. Also, I'd like to introduce Associate Professor Chung Wing. Chung is the head of department for the Department of Management, well experienced. He did his PhD in Monash, and currently he's also working in other strategic projects within the school, and he specializes in smart cities. So I'm proud to introduce Dr. Chung to you. Next slide, please. All right, now I wanted to introduce the leadership team who are from the Department of Management. First of all, I would like to introduce Dr. Beckett Scourge, who is the Senior Program Manager for the Management Department, but also I know he's the in charge of the MBA and the EMBA program. At the moment, I would like to introduce also Associate Professor Chung Wing, who is the Acting Senior Program Manager for International Business, but I know they've already changed because they have hired a new program manager, and Dr. Chung will be introducing him in the breakout session. I'd like also to introduce Dr. Leti Ong, who is our Senior Program Manager for the Tourism and Hospitality Management. And last but not least, I would like to introduce Dr. Senkia Kok, who is our Senior Program Manager for the Human Resources Management. These are all experienced academics, and I'm proud that they are working for RMIT, and they will be sharing all their experience with you during the breakout sessions. Next slide, please. Now I'd like to move to the Department of Economics and Finance. In Economics and Finance, the head of department is Associate Professor Tai Nguyen. Tai is the head of department for Economics and Finance. Well experienced associate professor with a lot of research in fintech. And I'm really proud and honored that he's part of the School of Business and Management. Next slide. Within the Department of Economics and Finance, we have 2 senior program managers. That's Dr. Trafam, Senior Program Manager for Economics, and also Dr. Ben Nguyen, Senior Program Manager for Finance. All these are well-experienced people, and also they're very instrumental in pushing the agenda of incorporating technology in the way they teach. And I'm proud with all the innovation that is coming from the Department of Economics and Finance. Next slide, please. Now I would like to move to our last department, the Department of Business Innovation. And the head of department is Professor Poyao, who is well experienced both from the industry and academia. I think he's got experience of more than 20 years. So thank you very much, Paul, for joining RMIT. And I'm also proud with the innovation that is coming from your department. Next slide, please. So within the department, we have 3 program managers. So first of all is Dr. Reza Akbari, who is the Senior Program Manager for Logistics and Supply Chain Management. Dr. Orange Halivas, who is the Senior Program Manager for Digital Marketing, and Dr. Tuan Nguyen, who is the Senior Program Manager for Digital Business. They are all experienced colleagues, and they have done a lot, they have achieved a lot, but they're also very active in their research, in making sure that in everything that they're doing really resonates with our strategy of work and life, but also with the authentic learning and authentic assessment. Next slide, please. Of course, I'm proud to introduce the professional staff from Ho Chi Minh. They are very, very experienced. And to me, these are the people that really help us to make sure that in everything we do at RMIT, there's impact. They support the academic staff, they support the students, they liaise with the other stakeholders within RMIT, but also outside RMIT. And you meet them on your day-to-day study within RMIT. So thank you very much to the professional staff in everything else that they're doing. Next slide, please. Okay, also I'd like to introduce the professional staff from Hanoi, including our school manager, but also all the other professional staff. And you meet them on campus, and I'll also introduce their offices. So from Ms. Huen, Ms. Lei, Mo, Chao, and Tra. It was easy for me because I can see their names there. So sincere apologies to the professional staff in Ho Chi Minh because I'm not very good at remembering the names. So that's one of my problems. But thank you very much to the professional staff in both Ho Chi Minh and also in Hanoi campus. Next slide, please. Okay, so I need just to wrap up with where all our offices are located. So in Ho Chi Minh, for the accounting, economics, and finance and the RMIT activator, you see that our offices are located in building number 2, level 3, room 40. In logistics and supply chain management, digital marketing, digital business and master of global trade, building 2, level 2, room 20. For the dean and deputy dean, my office and board. For the management, entrepreneurship, human resources, tourism and hospitality, management, international business, master of business administration, and master of international business. Our offices are located in building 2, room number 2, and level 2, room number 40. Our offices in Hanoi for all our operations are located in room number 9.001. So this is where you can find all our offices. Next slide. I think, yeah, this is the last slide. So I just wanted also to mention some of our facilities. So we have the cybersecurity lab in Ho Chi Minh. We have the financial trading lab, both in Ho Chi Minh and in Hanoi. But also we have the digital marketing lab in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City. The reason that we have these world-class fantastic facilities is to make sure that we simulate everything that happens in the industry. In all our presentation today, our academics will be talking about authentic learning, how we bring in industry and make sure that we simulate everything that happens in the industry. So you'll be exposed to all this technology and also software. Thank you very much. Welcome to RMIT. I'll now hand you over back to Ms. Chang. Chang?
Thank you, Professor Matthews. Okay, so newbies, once the campus is reopened, hopefully you can navigate well in the campus and know where to find us. Now, please welcome Professor Robert McClellan, the Deputy Dean of the school, who will walk you through the school's academic structures and services offered. Welcome, Professor.
Thank you, Chang. Okay, as we look at our list, and as you were asked in the quiz, we have 8 programs in the bachelor's offer, and 6 of them are in fact also available in Melbourne. But we're very proud of the fact that 2 of our programs are actually exclusive to Vietnam. They are the Bachelor of Tourism and Hospitality Management and the Bachelor of Digital Marketing. They do not run in Melbourne. However, there are some differences slightly with the structure on tourism and hospitality management and digital marketing, but the 6 Bachelor of Business programs, from economics and finance down to logistics and supply chain management, all have a common structure. So that's what we're going to look at now. If we go forward to next slide, please. So for the 6 Bachelor of Business programs, the common structure is one we refer to as 888. There are 8 core courses, and if you remember from your quiz, these are the courses that you should study first, the 8 core courses. The major courses will give you the named program, the named Bachelor of Business element. So logistics and supply, economics and finance, and human resource management. All of these named programs come from the 8 major courses. But there are opportunities for you to further flavor your bachelor's program with the electives. The elective choices, the free choices, will enable you to have a concentration. And that concentration might be 4 selected subjects, which we call a minor, or it may be another major. So this is the flavor that we can give you as you move through our programs. It's also the case that you could study 8 independent courses just out of interest. So the 888 structure applies to 6 of our programs under the general title Bachelor of Business. Next slide, please. The 8 core courses for these 6 programs are courses that you should take first. And there are a couple of reasons for that. In order to progress into the majors, some of the major courses require that you've got previous study in topic areas. And the 8 core courses give you this fantastic foundation to be able to cope with most majors that are available in the school. And if you can deal with those, we will enroll you for 3 of them straight away: Introduction to Management, Marketing Principles, and Business Statistics. So these things you will, Information Systems. You will be enrolled for those 3 straight away. Now, obviously you can drop one, but we would prefer you to study typically 3 subjects per semester. As things get tight, for one reason or another, you may have a low semester where you only study 2. It may be that you might be called upon from yourself to study 4 subjects in a semester, but that is quite unusual. The typical amount of subjects to study in a semester is 3. And so that's why we enroll you for 3 at the beginning. That means if you go through 3 semesters, you will get to a point where you've exhausted 8 of the 9, and hopefully you'll be successful there. And as your 3rd semester, the 3rd subject that you study could be one of your majors. And you could include that with the remaining 2 subjects that you've got left. But these subjects will be offered every semester. And so you've got the flexibility to pick them up as and when as you move through the program. Next slide, please. In the Bachelor of Tourism and Hospitality Management and the Bachelor of Digital Marketing, we move away slightly from the 888 structure. In the case of Tourism and Hospitality Management, and in the case of Digital Marketing, there are only 4 core courses in each of those programs. They are not the same 4 core courses. The 4 core courses for Tourism and Hospitality differ slightly from the 4 core courses for Digital Marketing. What is common to both is the Introduction to Management and also, I think, the Marketing Principles. But the rest of them are slightly different. As you can see, for the majors, there are, to get the Tourism and Hospitality Management program, with the named route, you need to study 14 major courses. And in the case of digital marketing, you need to study 10 major courses. So these are things that you have to do to get the title of the degree. This limits, for tourism and hospitality, your elective choices to 6. And in the case of digital marketing, you have 10 elective courses. There are also slight differences in the programs here, because both of these programs have internships. In the case of tourism and hospitality management, there is 1 internship required amongst the 14 majors. And in the case of digital marketing, there are 2 internships required amongst the 10 major courses. So these are things that the students who study in both of these programs need to take on board. They are slightly different to the 6 programs that reflect the Melbourne structure. Next slide, please. I did say that with your electives, you could choose to study 8 independent subjects, or you could be very strategic and pick a second area of focus aside from your major. And this requires that you study 4 subjects which constitute what we call a minor. And that would mean 4 of your electives should be used up to focus into a minor. And as you can see here, we have 12 minors available at the moment, ranging from accounting for managers through entrepreneurship, economics and finance, human resource management, whatever. And it's also the case that we include our 2 exclusive areas of tourism and hospitality, which has 4 subjects that constitute a minor, and digital marketing, which also has 4 subjects. So, for example, you could study economics and finance major, and you could couple it with international business as a minor. You could look at digital marketing as a major, and you could couple it with tourism and hospitality, or digital business, or human resource management. There are a whole variety of flexible options that allow you to flavor your degree with the minors facility. Next slide, please. And in terms of subjects, we also have very interesting subjects which you can study as electives. So, for example, from the digital marketing program, we have social media and mobile marketing, which is a very popular subject, and this is studied exclusively online. From tourism and hospitality, we have ecotourism. Obviously, nowadays we hear about sustainability and the environment, and a lot of students find this very useful and interesting as a study area. So ecotourism is an individual course that is very popular as well. But you might want to be technological, so crypto finance and cryptocurrency would be interesting there, and business communication and professional practice to improve your communication skills and get you ready for the workplace. So all of these are just interesting individual subjects which you can pick as electives. Next slide, please. You've heard through our quiz earlier that one of the things that we do not like in the university and we do not condone is plagiarism. This is a very serious issue for some students. And plagiarism, we have very, very sophisticated tools now which can track work that's being taken from somewhere else without acknowledgement. And so we would urge all students to undertake this free course, which is available online through RMIT. It's called the Academic Integrity Awareness course. And it is absolutely compulsory in Melbourne for students to do this. And it will be compulsory from next semester in Vietnam. So we would urge you to take some time and study this course to make yourself aware about what is not acceptable in your work practice as a student in the university. It's a very important course, this. Next slide, please. And so what will make RMIT very relevant and interesting to our student body? What will enable you to get employment very readily when you finish? We are very proud of the way we assess our students in this university. We believe and we work with business and industry that real subjects, real experiences that happen in business and industry are absolutely critical for our business graduates to have under their belt. And so we will engage business and industry in almost all of the courses you study. In some cases, we will invite them in to provide your assessment. And this means that you will be doing real assessments that are experienced by people in the real world business. We do not have examinations, and usually there's a big cheer when we announce this. We have what we call authentic assessment. We will get you to write reports. We will get you to work in teams to solve problems. These are some of the things that the World Economic Forum says we need for 2025, for graduates to have complex problem solving, teamwork, technology appreciation, and real world examples of problems. And so we're very proud of the fact that we will supply these to you as part of your study so that when you graduate, you are ready to work straight away because you've experienced authentic assessment and real world business problems. So that is something that we're going to offer to you, and hopefully you will take this up. We are also very, very focused, because there's no examinations, in making sure that you meet the requirements of an assessment. And so on every single course that we offer, on every single assessment, there is a guide onto how it will be marked. This is known as a rubric. And in your learning support system, you will see against every assignment, there is a rubric which tells you how it will be marked. And so we offer that as well to support you in your study. Next slide, please. Internships are very important to us, especially in the two programs, tourism and hospitality management and digital marketing. But these are available to all students to undertake an internship. There are two internships. One is slightly more advanced than the other, and therefore the base internship, if you're not on an internship program, is what you should consider to study first. And the internships require that you have a minimum number of credits before we will let you out into the world to work in a business. And so please consult with our internship unit to find out this requirement. But all internships last one semester, and we prefer it if you do not study another subject at the same time as you undertake your internship. And so it's a period out of the university which lasts between 12 to 15 weeks. And we would ask you not to study another subject at the same time. If you require this, then if you require to study, we do facilitate in some circumstances study of an online module at the same time, or an online course. And that would be, that would have to be considered by your program manager. Next slide, please. And so there are opportunities, wider opportunities within the university that we would encourage you to take up. And they are things such as volunteering. We are very, very proud of our competition success. We have won many international and national events with pitching from our students. There are many careers fairs to help you get into the workplace. And of course, as every university has, we've got some very interesting student clubs. But please enjoy your time at the university, use it to network and build up a circle which will probably last you for the rest of your life. Enjoy your induction into your specific subjects, which will follow later. Back to you, Chang.
Thank you, Professor Bach, for such an informative session, which is believed to provide us with a lot more information about our future academic life as SBM. Okay, so next slide, please. We would like to give you more details about the Student Council as well as their responsibilities in establishing a communication medium between the students and the school, as well as helping you students to raise your voices and address any current difficulties that you are facing. Student Council has been supporting the school in organizing the student staff consultative committees, in short, SSCCs. Each semester to help students identify any challenges in the courses or program and make recommendations to immediately tackle the issue. They also want to ask for student representatives recruitment, which means each program will have some student representatives, and you will bring the students' feedback into the meeting and discuss it with the program manager at the SBM. So if you need more detail about the SSCC meeting, please contact Student Council through the email in the slide, or you can find them in person in room 1026 in Saigon South Campus and scan the QR code to visit their Facebook fan page. All right, so as you may know, next slide, please. So as you may know, all classes are now confirmed to be delivered online, and hopefully COVID-19 situation will get better and we will see the conversion to face-to-face delivery soon. So the university has been offering flexible learning opportunity to students since the beginning of the COVID-19 outbreak. Let's take a look on this short video presented by our online learning coordinator to see what is expected when it comes to online learning.
Hello everyone, I'm Bill L, and I'm one of the academics and online learning champions here at RMIT Vietnam. RMIT and its staff are well equipped, prepared, and working very hard to ensure that the learning experience delivered to you is a positive one and one that will add value to your academic journey. So, what can you expect when studying online? What are we doing to ensure a learning experience which provides value, context, collaboration, and guidance that you traditionally find in a classroom? Well, let's have a look. For all courses, you can expect to engage with the following content: narrated lectures, synchronous online classes, online activities, discussion forums, online consultation, authentic assessments, and continuous feedback. Let's take a look at each. The cornerstone of many courses is the face-to-face lecture, which is delivered to you by our international staff who imbue the lecture with their knowledge, experience, and storytelling. So when adapting the lecture for online delivery, our staff go through a multi-step process to ensure that none of those elements are lost. First, the team who usually deliver the lecture will sit down and go through each slide of the presentation, documenting in detail everything that would be said, every example that would be given, and all the context that would be required to ensure students understand the intent of every lecture. Once that is completed, the team will work through each slide and record audio narration. This will allow students to consume the lecture much like they would in the classroom, with the added benefit of students being able to go at their own pace and replay the lecture on demand. But what if a student has a question or doesn't understand something? Well, we have you covered. There are a number of options available to students if they have questions or need clarification. First is the use of our interactive video system called Canvas Studio. When a lecture is uploaded in video form using Canvas Studio, students can view the video much like any other media player. However, when you come across something in the lecture that you might need clarification on, you can click on the comment section, which will pause the video, which will allow you to add comments or questions to the timestamp of the video itself. Your lecturer will be able to see your question and know exactly what point of the lecture needs clarification and provide you with a response. This method is a great way to deliver lectures, but there's one thing missing: interaction, which brings me to the next part. Real-time interaction is irreplaceable, and that's why in addition to the narrated lecture, Our staff will run synchronous online classes where you will be able to get some face time to review content, interact with your lecturer and classmates, participate in discussions, and take on group activities. Using features designed to mimic a physical classroom, you'll be able to raise your hand to ask a question, chat to other students, present to the class, and even break out into smaller groups to work together before converging back into a class to discuss. Besides Collaborate Ultra and Canvas, we have a number of platforms with different functions at our disposal, such as Google Meet, Skype for Business, and Microsoft Teams. Throughout the week, you will also receive activities and tasks which are designed to reinforce what you have learned through the lectures and online classes. These activities will vary in nature and may include case studies, quizzes, group-based activities, and presentations. Your lecturer will also regularly send out announcements which may include media, relevant news or journal articles for analysis, or questions for you to discuss. When exploring ideas and concepts in any course, the best results are always obtained when they are explored together. Constructive conversation with a multitude of opinions usually leads to greater understanding and knowledge, and this is no different online. Forums are leveraged as a place for discussion, debate, sharing ideas, and you will be regularly posed questions which will require discussion to resolve. If you need individual consultation, our staff are always ready to engage you through a variety of channels. Want to email a question? Go ahead. Prefer a one-on-one consultation regarding an assignment? Book us in. Have a question as you're watching a lecture? Send us a message on Skype or Microsoft Teams. In order to provide you with as much support as you need in your online study, we're committed to being available, being agile, and being responsive. We are continuing to engage with industry representatives to ensure our assessments remain authentic and aligned with industry needs. You should experience little impact in regards to how assessments are designed and undertaken. Barring a few exceptions, these will feel very familiar to you. We believe in continuous improvement here at RMIT, and a big factor in making that possible is providing continuous feedback. You can expect to receive feedback from your lecturer in different forms, from individual and group feedback based on assessment work, instant feedback provided by quizzes, and class feedback derived from class performance. No matter the form, you can be sure to receive regular feedback throughout the semester to ensure you're staying on track. So, I hope you enjoyed this look at what online learning is like at RMIT, and we look forward to seeing you online soon.
Okay, so let's move to the second part of the event, but then before moving to the second part, to the breakout room for your program, please scan this QR code for a quick survey. And once you complete your survey, the breakout room is now open for everyone. Please choose your program's room, and there you will find your program manager, the teaching team, and your fellow students. So moving to the next slide, we have a quick introduction, a quick instruction for you on how to join the breakout room. It's pretty straightforward. So you can look at the toolbar on the bottom of your Zoom window, and then there you will see the breakout room. And then when you click on that button, the breakout room of your respective program will appear, and then you just need to click on the program and click join. If you encounter any problem in joining the breakout room, please leave us the message in the chat box, and then we will help you to manually move into the breakout room.